What's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com. Coming back to you with another video. Early afternoon, walking on the treadmill. Just got a brand new one of those electric desks, so I'm getting some exercise in, going live. Just wanted to come to you guys with some value because I've been getting a lot of questions about flipping DVDs on Amazon. And you know, I love selling DVDs. If you didn't know, I've sold over 5,000 DVDs in 2022 alone, buying them from thrift stores, flipping a ton of them off of eBay to Amazon. If you want to learn how I'm doing that, check out the links down below. Auctions, garage sales, pickups. I picked up a lot of DVDs from a couple connections that I had. I had some really big book pickups and some DVD pickups from some liquidators and some various companies that I've got connections with. What's going on? We got Brittany Cox in the house. Good to see you, Brittany. Glad to have you guys here. Let me know down below in the comments where you are watching from. I'm here live on the treadmill, trying to lose this kangaroo pouch from Connecticut. Where are you? We got Blaine. What's going on, my man? Blaine is crushing it. Miss you, Blaine. It was awesome always having you on the coaching calls. Denise, always number one, but Brittany and Blaine, they beat you, Denise. So what's going on? Henry says, I'm not at work. Morning, Steve. Hey, great to see you. Mac, what's going on, Mac? Actually, Mac, we need to get in touch because I need to finish my website and I have to redesign a bunch of graphics. So, Mac, if you could send me a message, it's my fault. I got to respond back to you, but we got to get in touch. Colorado, Brittany says, awesome. Hey, what's going on, Angela? Great to see you here. Good morning, Angela. Carmen, what's going on? LOL, ... Great to see you here, Carmen. Cold in Pennsylvania. We got a little rainy day here in Connecticut. But in any event, I'm going to definitely keep an eye on the comments. But let's just jump right into this video. Now, I want you guys to put a 1 down below. I don't care if you're live or if you're watching this afterwards. Do you flip DVDs on Amazon? Because if you're not, I'm telling you right now, this video is going to help you out a lot. The first reason most people don't flip DVDs is because they're not able to sell them because they're restricted. If you're restricted, check the link down below. I've got a free step-by-step guide that will share with you where to go to buy the DVD, how many you have to buy. And I'm actually curious, Angela, did you get Ungated? Because I know I walked you through the whole process, but I forget if you updated me or not. But I'll share with you in that guide how to get Ungated and how to start selling it. Because I know a lot of people are asking, you don't have to pay somebody money to do it. I got you, free guide down below, so go get that. Okay, another people are worried that they're not going to sell. I like to focus on DVDs that are less than 100,000 rank. Now, you could absolutely sell DVDs that are 150, 200, 300,000 rank, but they're going to be much slower selling. So that's why I like to stay really between like 30 to 80,000 is my sweet spot. You could sell new DVDs. You could sell used DVDs. I flip a lot of new DVDs because there's such a nice premium. Whew, I love that prime bump. I love that used to new bump with a new DVD. Drop a 1. Let me know if you're selling DVDs because most people, they are literally in shock that DVDs will sell for so much money. Most people have no idea. They're like, this is outdated media. Who's going to pay for a DVD? Those things aren't going to sell. And if they do sell, they're going to make nickels and dimes, pennies, right? You would be absolutely shocked. We got Kyle Williams in the house. What's going on, Kyle? Putting a 1. We got someone on Facebook putting a 1. Denise says, starting with a few, just shipped in. That's awesome. DVDs, great opportunity. Where can you source them? A lot of different places. Thrift stores are a great place to find DVDs because most people are gated, so they're just going to be left behind. It's even a way better opportunity, I would say, versus books at thrift stores. Not to say you can't make a ton of money with books, but everybody and their mom, aka Mama Profit, is at the thrift store going after books when most people are actually gated with DVDs, so they'll be there, okay? New DVDs, used DVDs, go after them at thrift stores. Another great place is ebay.com. If you guys didn't know, like I said before, I buy a ton of DVDs from eBay and flip them on Amazon. If you want to learn how to do that, there's 2 things you could do. The cheaper route is to go through my webinar. It's a $7 training. It's over 3 hours, okay? And I share pretty much the softwares, how to automate it, how to do a lot of that stuff. You can check the link down below. I also do have a master class, which is it's got to be what, 15, 20 hours worth of content where I really go through everything step by step, how to set the whole business up. You can check that out down below as well. But eBay is great. Mercari is great. Facebook Marketplace is great. Thrift stores, garage sales. And you can even find a lot of DVDs at library sales. A lot of people think that library sales are only good for books. Put a 1 down below if you've ever picked up a DVD at a library sale. I cleaned up about a month and a half ago. I went to my my local library in my town, and they have a library sale that's very small. It's tiny. You really rarely ever see resellers there. And I crushed it over there. I mean, I just absolutely killed it. What was the TV show that I found? Was it Will and Grace? Found a bunch of brand new sealed ones that were going for really good money. I found a Dallas DVD there that was going for like $30 or so. And then just a bunch of other random ones. You would be shocked. Jonathan Justice, what's up, my man? Jonathan says, do you buy big DVD lots on eBay, like the 20, 50, or 100? I've done it in the past, but I really don't anymore because it just takes a lot of time to analyze DVDs to find the good ones. And similar to books, Jonathan, it's the same with DVDs. Most DVDs aren't worth selling on Amazon, and most books aren't worth selling on Amazon. So you really have to go after the ones that obviously are going to sell for, you know, at least 13 to 15 bucks or more. My average DVD is selling for around 40 bucks because, again, I buy most of them from eBay. And again, if you're wondering how to do that, check the link down below. But even if you're going to thrift stores and stuff, I really like it being, you know, at least a $12, $13 DVD under 100,000 rank. Okay. So you can make money with the big lots, but it's just very, very time consuming. Okay. Carmen says, finally, I must have missed the first part. All I saw was red. Oh, you in the green, baby. They have a yearly sale. JJJ Paradise says, awesome. Chris Lee says, hey, Steven, you purchased some DVDs for me. Thanks. Yeah, I have a team. I have a full team that sources on ebay.com for me full time. And, you know, we're sourcing right now a little over 1,000 DVDs a month from eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, some other secret strategies. I talk about it in the webinar down below that you can check out. Tone Morris says, I just copped a 10 DVD collection of Bob Ross. I have visions of Bob Ross painting a happy life. Profit over here. What up, Uncle Steve? Oh, man. Tone Morris coming with the fire. Yeah, I love the box set DVDs. Now, the thing is, when it comes to box set DVDs, you do need to be careful of the ones that sell too fast, that are too quick sellers. Now, you might be thinking, what do you mean, Steve? There ain't nothing called a too quick of a seller. DVDs are highly counterfeited, especially the ones that are newer. So if it's really new, really popular, just be careful. If you're in the eBay to Amazon masterclass, I've got an entire guide that I've created about counterfeit. I think it's like 40 or 50 pages long. There's a lot to know. Just be careful. Yo, what's going on, Nasir? Great to see you. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming. Angela says, I have a few DVDs that have a slice through the UPC. They are brand new sealed though. Yeah, so you got to be careful with those because those are, I call them discards, right? Either the, I don't know if it's the manufacturer who does it, or I think the manufacturer sells to a company and they're required to like slice through them before they like get rid of them and do what they do. I have a guy, one of my students named Gary, who can explain it a lot more, who he was talking about it. But yeah, you're not supposed to be selling those as new. You could put a sticker over them and try to hide it, but I've had people do that to me and it really pisses me off. So just be careful with that. If you ever if you're at a thrift store and you see a DVD with like a slice of the UPC, I'll just pass on it. If it's really, really expensive and you kind of want to be a sketchball and try to hide it, you could always put a couple of those blank effing SKUs over it and then put your barcode over it, and people might not see it, but it's not the most ethical thing. And it is kind of like against terms of service. So you have to think about that. I really, really try to avoid that because I just don't want to make money like scamming people. And it is kind of scammy. Are you going to do a series on getting a team? So I've talked a lot about that in the masterclass, in the mentorship, but I can most certainly start to do some more videos about virtual assistants. Angela, you can keep them for eBay. You're just not going to get as much money, obviously. What's going on, James Caldwell? How do you get Ungated for DVDs? you can actually go here. I'll put it in the comments, rakeandprofit.com/DVD. I'll put it on the screen. This is 100% free. There's no, I'm not selling anything. It's just a free guide that I put together that will just put in your email, and I'll send you over a document that will walk you through step by one. There's like 10 steps to it. You got to go here. You got to do this. You got to get this many. I share with you a sample of an invoice that I got from the company, what to highlight, what to do. So definitely go and get that. Okay, so let's actually get into the video. You guys cool? Put a 1 down below if it's okay for me to share my screen. And I want to share with you 5 DVDs that are selling on Amazon between $50 to $100 new. So I'll share the used price and the new price, but I'll share these DVDs so you could add them to your leads list. So you can either source them on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, or you can just, download it to your brain. So if you're at the thrift store and you see one of these puppies, you know to pick it up. So drop a 1 if it's okay for me to share these. Gustavo, what's going on? Sabrina Dean, what's going on, Sabrina? About Stuff says, when will inventory limits go back up? Hopefully soon. Probably in the next month or so, I guess. What's going on, Aaron? All right, James, you're welcome. Sold on resale, like new with description. You could do that on Amazon if you're going to sell it with the discards, but you have to look into the terms of service. I forget, but I just don't sell them. I don't know. I just don't sell them, but I sell mostly new. So anyways, let me jump into the screen. Okay, perfect. So drop a 1 in the comment if you could see my screen right now. I'm going to open this up on my phone so I could see the comments as well. I want to make sure that you could hear me and you could see my screen. Okay, perfect. What's going on, TJ? I was just talking to TJ. I'm like, dude, you got to get into the eBay to Amazon, man. You are missing out big time. They just moved to an area where they can't find as much inventory. And I'm like, get on eBay. I'm sourcing over 1,000 items a month, and I might just bump it up to 2,000 and just take my business to the next level. I'm thinking about just starting to go really, really hard into it. I just got to finalize a couple new systems and whatnot. But yeah, anyways, let's get into it. So this is the first DVD that is selling on Amazon. Let's see what this is going for right now. Okay, perfect. So I sell a lot of new DVDs. You can also sell DVDs as used, either or. Again, I like new just because they sell for a lot more money, and I do a lot of my sourcing off of eBay. But you can see right here, I use an app called a Chrome extension called SellerAmp, and it'll break down all the information. This is what I use for online arbitrage. If you're thrifting, you don't really need SellerAmp. 22,000 rank. This is selling around 23 times a month. And you can take a look and you can see that the lowest price right here, the lowest merchant is $133, but the lowest FBA by Kurgan's Collectibles is $135. And this thing is selling all the time. If we go down to Keepa, open it up over the last year, you can see that the buy box is suppressed quite a bit, probably because it's very expensive. But you can definitely see that that pink line is coming in around $100. So 135 may be a little low. Let's actually open this up over the last 3 months and let's take a look to see what the price has been doing. So yeah, you can see the price is really moving all over the place. You can see the lowest new offer is anywhere from around 90-ish upwards to about $180. So the good thing about this is the rank is solid. There is 23 sales per month coming in. Now, you're not going to know if that's the amount of used sales or that's the amount of new sales. What's going on, Amanda? Good to see you here, because it doesn't really determine it for you. But this thing's definitely selling. Now, this has what's known as a suppressed buy box. Does anybody know what a suppressed buy box is? Because this is very important to keep in mind when you're selling on Amazon. I say this often, but I'll say it again. 80 to 85% of sales have been known to come through the buy box. So if Amazon isn't showing the buy box, they're discouraging sellers from pricing it the way they're pricing it. Okay. So that means if a customer wanted to buy this, they'd have to click into see all buying options and then go ahead and manually pick the item out instead of just being able to hit buy it now. Now you can see used, the lowest used offer is coming in at $44 plus $4 shipping. So, I mean, if you were FBA, I mean, I would probably price this around probably around 50 to $60, maybe a little higher. And I'm sure this would sell because again, most customers want to buy through a merchant. So if you ever see this DVD, I don't know how to pronounce it, Masada, the complete epic miniseries on 2 DVDs, this would be a great pickup for eBay. To buy on eBay to flip on Amazon. Now with Seller Amp, you can actually click search eBay. And you can take a look to see what they have here. I'm going to go lowest first. And I don't see any crazy deals for pre-owned. And if you're looking here on the right, like, whoa, where's this? How do I get this? This is a new Chrome extension that I'm building out for my team. And I might make it available down the road, but we're still working on it. But let's see what the newest offer is lowest. Oh, okay, this is $64.99. Let's take a look to see how the condition is of this. Okay, it looks pretty good. So that means we can get this if you're tax exempt, 65 plus. So it's about $69 we could buy this for on eBay. Where did that go? Okay, so if we paid 65 and we sold it right now for 135, we can make about 66% ROI. But again, the buy box is all over the place. It's a bit suppressed. I mean, I'd buy this all day long for 20, 30 bucks, but I don't know if I would pay that much. But yeah, definitely a pretty cool item to be on the lookout for. Aaron says, you have inspired so many people to try and become independent and live life on their terms through your teachings, including myself and my wife. Just want to say thank you for showing me. You are welcome, Aaron. And thank you so much for sharing that. That really means a lot. Denise says, it says rare, new sealed. So sell it for new. You could sell DVDs for as used or new. But in order to sell an item as new, it has to be brand new sealed. So you have to obviously look into it a little bit more, the condition. But yeah, I mean, it looks perfect. It would be a great item to flip. All right, let's move on to the next one. So this is actually a DVD that I learned about, I don't know, about a year and a half ago. I flipped this Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea many times. I don't know if I flipped this exact season and volume, but I flipped this a ton from a garage sale is where I first learned about this. I picked up a bunch of DVDs from a garage sale, and I flipped a lot of them for like $30 to $80. This one right now, you can see the buy box is at $65.81. And if you scroll down, you could see that the buy box is actually used. So this new would probably sell for a lot more, maybe close to $80 to $100 right here. So just know when it comes to DVDs, obviously the used ones are going to sell for less than the new. You want to pay attention to the rank. You want to pay attention to, more importantly, the amount of monthly sales. So this is a little bit slower of a seller with only 5 sales a month right here. But definitely keep an eye out for this one, Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. For anyone here who's doing eBay to Amazon flips, definitely be on the lookout. Sold on resale says gated Sony. Well, you're going to have to get ungated in DVDs, and then you're going to also have to get ungated in Sony. So if you have like a Best Buy business account or a Target business account, I've heard you could buy 10 of a Sony item and get ungated that way. So I'm already ungated, so I haven't done it personally, but I've heard that's worked pretty well. Awesome to see her. So definitely be on the lookout for this one. All right. So the reason why I'm moving back and forth when I am talking is because I'm on a treadmill and I'm trying to become a thin man, just like this DVD set, the complete Thin Man collection. Okay. Now, I don't think I've ever flipped this one before. I'm not sure if I have. Maybe I have. I don't know. I've sold, again, over 5,000 in the last year, so it's hard to keep track. But this one's a 33,000 rank, 58 sales per month. And check this out. The buy box is coming in at $228 on this item. And you better believe that this is selling. $228 new. And look at this. The used buy box is $188. And if you take a look at the Keepa chart right here, every time you see one of these green drops, that's a sale. This thing is flying off the shelf. If you ever see this at a thrift store, new or used, pick it up. If you see it at an auction, pick it up. If you see it at a garage sale, pick it up. If you see it on eBay and it's, in good shape, pick it up. Thin Man right here. And again, if you're using Seller Amp, you can search eBay and see if you could find a deal. It doesn't look like there's any there. Sometimes you do want to type it in manually, because if the UPC isn't registered, then it won't come up. That's why these didn't come up, because they probably don't have the UPC in the listing. But Thin Man is another great example. Here's another one. I actually picked this up For anyone who's been following me for a while, I put this in my video, I think, I don't know, 2 years ago. I found this complete set used from Savers. I think for $4.99. I flipped this, I don't know, 150 or 200 bucks. I think the price was a bit higher back when I flipped it. The price has come down, but this is a very, very interesting DVD complete series set. Powerpuff Girls Anniversary Edition complete set, 10th anniversary. Now the buy box is coming in at $141 right now. If you take a look at the buy box price, I mean, it's all over the place. And when I flipped it, let me see if it was higher. So if I go back to all, let's take a look at the buy box. Yeah, look how high it used to be. Back when I flipped it, it was up around like $300 or $400. I didn't flip it for that much, but this DVD set, if you ever come across it, definitely be on the lookout for this one right here, $141, which is absolutely crazy. And last but not least is the Toho Godzilla Collection, Volumes 1 and 2. The buy box of this is $199.79, 12 sales a month, 16,000 rank. You can see the lowest price is actually coming in at $199. Then it jumps up to $243, $252. And just so you know, this thing's actually selling. You can see the buy box is there, although it is a bit suppressed, which typically happens on these expensive ones. But this thing's pretty consistent. Let's open this up over the last couple of years. And you can see this thing was selling back around 40 bucks. But the reason it was selling that cheap is because you can see the orange Amazon was in stock. Once they went out of stock, the price of this just went absolutely crazy. Now it seems to be solidifying. It was up to, in July, over 300, but now it's solidified back down to around $200. Henry says, thinking you just started a new trend. Work out and Amazon with Steve. Get your DVD series now. Love it. Jay Flip says, any Dollar Tree DVDs to flip? Yeah, I actually want to talk about this. Let me pull my screen share off. The thing with the Dollar Tree flips is you could actually find a lot of DVDs at Dollar Tree, okay? A ton of them. There's a lot of DVDs at Dollar Tree, okay? The thing is, a lot of those DVDs are selling for like 10, 11, 12 bucks. And I picked up a bunch of them last year, and they sold, but you just make pennies on them. And then some of the prices kind of tank. So it's like, this is my thing. I don't like to go to thrift stores or Dollar Tree or anywhere to buy items that make like a buck or two. Now, there's a difference if you find a ton of an item and it flies off the shelf and you have 100 of them and the price doesn't tank. But when you go to Dollar Tree, it seems like the DVDs and some of the stuff there is just kind of junky. And it seems like, I don't know, the prices just tank. Everybody's competing to see who can make their first 50 cents or $1 because there's just not a lot of meat on the bone. So I'm not in love with Dollar Tree with DVDs, at least. Someone says, I'm confused. I thought it was said that we should never sell as new, even if it was sealed, that you should only sell as used like new. Yeah, a lot of people in the community will tell you to never sell new. A lot of people will try to scare you. There's no issue with selling new. The only thing is, if Amazon ever wants you to provide an invoice or if you get an IP or a counterfeit, you're not going to be able to protect yourself. But there's so much money to be made with new that if you're safe and you don't sell items that are fake or sketchy, or you don't sell items that have IP complaints, you'll be fine. I have a lot of friends, a lot of students who sell new. The thing is, I wouldn't sell books as new. That's just one thing. I wouldn't sell books. And if you have a brand new account, I would definitely start scaling with used and then slowly build it up to build your history. So if anything does happen, at least you have some selling history. But yeah, it's, a lot of people will tell you to never sell new. But if I listened to them, then my sales would have been 20,000 last year instead of 300,000. Again, are there risks involved? Absolutely. Are there risks in every business? Absolutely. Is there anything you can do to make money in life, including a job that has no risk? No. Do you want to do things that are stupid? No. But there's risks. So maybe you want to sell used if you're not comfortable. But again, there's a lot of people in the community that will tell you horror stories and tell you to not do something. And half the time they're doing it and they just don't want you to make money with their method, or they're just so scared, right? Who here knows somebody who's never, ever going to make any money in any business because all they do is worry about every little tiny problem or issue that could come up? You can't make money in business if you're scared about problems. You don't want to be a dumbass, obviously, and do things that are going to get you kicked off. but sometimes you got to push the limits a little bit and, do everything you possibly can to mitigate risk. So I could go on a long time about that, but again, there's risks involved. Chris, if you go to rakeandprofit.com/DVD, I'll walk you through how to get ungated for free. Alex says, if I could just be as successful as Raken with all my miseries would be gone. Oh, I don't know about that. Social media is one thing. You see my best foot forward. You see all the good stuff, but you don't see the, different things I struggle with behind the scenes, including anxiety, depression, weight gain. There's a lot of, I was drinking a lot in 2022. So don't be fooled because, all because somebody's, showing all the good on the camera doesn't mean there's not stuff going on behind the scenes. Let's be real here. Trip Little says some DVDs at Dollar Tree may be reconditioned. Yeah, possibly, for sure. So anyways, guys, I got to get going because I have a meeting in 9 minutes, but I wanted to come on this video and just share with you a bunch of DVDs that are selling, hopefully to inspire you and share with you some tools to get ungated. I also want to invite you to my eBay to Amazon webinar. I'll put the link down below if you want to learn how to start sourcing items from home, how to start buying items like DVDs and books and board games and electronics from home, directly from eBay, get them shipped to your house, put them all in a box, ship them to Amazon FBA, go through that training. It's over 3 hours. It's very, very impactful. It works. It doesn't leave anything out. Or if you just want to get right into it and you want to learn everything step by step and really build this whole business exactly how I did over $300,000 last year, get into the masterclass. We've had over 850 people go through it. I've been improving and growing that. There's over, I think, 10 to 15 hours of content in my masterclass. I'll link that up down below if you're serious. And just go out there, take action. But all in all, don't pass on DVDs. If you're thrifting, hitting garage sales, auctions, flea markets, library sales, don't pass on DVDs. Get ungated in DVDs. Look at the used ones. Look at the new ones. Stick to DVDs really under 100,000. You can go up to 150, 200,000. Just be careful. Make sure there's enough profit on the flip to make it worthwhile and get after it. So with that being said, much love, everybody. Smash that like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.